Good evening, and welcome to Moonlight Whispers. Tonight, we'll step into a kitchen that's smaller than most living rooms, a place where you have to turn sideways to pass anyone, where the stove hums almost shoulder to shoulder with the sink, and the warmth of the soup pot makes the windows fog just slightly. It's not a fancy place, just a tiny kitchen. But sometimes, the best memories simmer in the smallest rooms. So let's spend the night here, cooking together, side by side, listening to the soft hiss of oil in the pan, the steady chop of vegetables, and that quiet laughter that rises when elbows bump. So settle in, let the noise fade, and let the story begin. A bowl for the soul. The counter is narrow, tiled in squares that have seen better days. There's a dish rack permanently drying by the sink, and a single bulb overhead, glowing a little warmer than necessary. The window above the stove is cracked open just enough to let in a cool breeze, though the curtain flutters dangerously close to the pot. The air smells faintly of onions already sautéing, that unmistakable, cozy scent that says something good is on the way. You tie an apron loosely around your waist. The fabric is soft and faded, probably borrowed from your roommate. But it feels right here, like part of the ritual of cooking. Across from you, your friend rolls up her sleeves, laughing at how there's barely enough room for the both of you. You take the cutting board, she says. I'll stay near the stove. Otherwise, we'll crush into each other all night. And she's right. But somehow, being this close is a part of the charm. The rhythm begins with a knife against the board. Carrots, bright orange coins, drop into a waiting bowl. Celery crunches under the blade, releasing that fresh, green fragrance that always promises soup. You pass her the garlic cloves, and she smashes them under the flat of her knife with a satisfying crack. The tiny kitchen fills with that sharp, buttery scent. There's laughter when you both reach for the salt at the same time, bumping knuckles. See, we should have made this a one-chef kitchen, she teases. But neither of you step back. Instead, you learn to move around each other, like a dance that's half clumsy, half perfect. The oil warms in the pan, then onions hit it with a hiss. The sound fills the space like applause, like the kitchen itself is happy to be awake. You stir slowly, letting them soften to gold. She leans over your shoulder, sprinkling in the garlic, and the scent deepens, rich and almost sweet. Steam curls up toward the ceiling. The windows fog a little more. Outside, the city might be busy and loud, but in here, there's only this tiny room and the sound of dinner being born. The talk drifts the way it always does while cooking. Small things, ordinary things, Do you think the soup needs more pepper? Not yet. Let's taste after the carrots. I've been meaning to fix that drawer. It always sticks. Oh, just leave it. It's a part of the charm. You know, I like nights like this. No rush, no big plans, just food and company. The words are simple, but they settle warm in the air, like seasoning stirred into the broth. You laugh when the ladle slips, splashing soup on the counter. She laughs harder, passing you a towel. Somehow, the mess feels less like a mistake and more like a memory being made. The pot is full now. Carrots, potatoes, celery, herbs, all bobbing in the broth, sending up tiny bubbles that break with soft pops. The heat is low, and the kitchen falls quieter. It's the perfect pause. You lean against the counter. She leans against the fridge, and the steam curls lazily between you. There's room to breathe now, room to talk about heavier things. Dreams, worries, that book you've been reading, that job she's not sure she wants to take. The kind of conversations that only seem to surface when hands are busy, or when soup is simmering, and the night is too soft to rush. Finally, the ladle dips into the pot. Golden broth pours into the two bowls, steam rising in delicate swirls. You sit at the tiny table, knees brushing. The bowls clink softly as you set them down. The first sip is too hot, and you blow across the surface and laugh at each other's impatient faces. It tastes like everything you put in it. The onions, the garlic, the vegetables, but also the chatter, the bumping elbows, the tiny accidents that made it real. You eat slowly, as though stretching the meal will also stretch the night. The soup dwindles, the spoons rest, and the kitchen returns to its quiet self. The dishes wait, but no one moves to wash them yet. For now, it's enough to sit in the warmth, letting the broth settle, letting the company linger. There's something about a tiny kitchen, how it presses you close, how it insists on intimacy, how it turns cooking into connection. As the night deepens, you hang the apron back on its hook, wipe the counter one last time, and breathe in the fading scent of garlic and soup. The window is still cracked open, the curtain sways, and you know, this moment, this meal, this laughter in a too small space will stay with you long after the dishes are clean. Thank you for joining me here under the moonlight. If your eyes are still open, I hope your heart feels a little quieter. And if you're already dreaming, may your rest be soft and your spirit be at ease. Until the next whisper, subscribe, and I'll be waiting for you beneath the moonlight. Sweet dreams.